What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and there is a lot unfolding right now with federal unemployment benefits as we are set to see in just 7 days PUA, PEUC, and that $300 per week FPUC boost come to an end in just next week, you guys. September 6th is the federal cutoff date. Now, we're going to see what happens because right now we've got several progressives in Congress saying that this is not the time to put an end to these. We've got 7.5 million people that need these. The pandemic is surging, and we're just going to be cutting people off next week, you guys. So we're going to see what happens as they're saying that, but we've also got moderates and conservatives and Republicans saying, no, we've already spent enough money on this. We need to get people back to work so that way we can re-bolster the economy. Now, in addition to that, we're also having lawsuits coming out left and right as states are suing their governors for ending benefits early, you guys. Take a look at this. Judges okay governors' termination of unemployment benefits. This just came out today. I've got a couple updates for you on several states. Now, in addition to that, be sure to stick around to the end. I'm going to let you know the current status on a federal level. Biden and Congress are setting a 5-alarm fire by letting federal unemployment benefits expire in a week as Delta surges, as experts say. And yes, you guys, take a look at this. Anybody can just look it up on Google. The latest in U.S. cases for the pandemic. You can see yesterday, August 30th, 2021, 280,000 cases in a single day, you guys, approaching our all-time high of 300,000 that we had back in January. So you guys, a lot of people are concerned that we're hitting new highs with this Delta variant and we're not even in flu season yet. So they're saying now is not the time to cut federal unemployment benefits. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But you guys, I'm going to dive right in, get you caught up on the latest on unemployment benefits as of today, August 31st, 2021. Now, before we dive in though, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you like and appreciate these updates, don't forget to take a second to smash that like button. I would appreciate it. Just takes a second. Really helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. Also, like I said, leave your comments down below. And if you think this is going to help out other people, be sure to share it out on social media platforms. Now, in addition to that, if this is your first time here, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. I'll keep you up to date. You can come join the viewing community, the Ram fam, we like to call it, and I'll let you know everything that's going on right now. And if you got any specific questions that you want me to answer, be sure to shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. That's the best way to send directly any questions that you got for me to answer, you guys. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest as to what's going on right now, and there's a lot with unemployment benefits. All right, you guys, so first up, I've got 2 state updates for you guys. So first one up, Florida. Link in the description below. Florida jobless lose in court. Judge rules for Governor DeSantis rejecting the extra federal money. It says at stake more than $400 million in benefits for about 500,000 Floridians. It says a Tallahassee-based judge on Monday ruled that Governor Ron DeSantis has the authority to block the additional federal unemployment benefits to jobless Floridians, you guys. So right now, as it stands, it looks like in the state of Florida, there will no longer be federal unemployment benefits. Now, if anything changes or updates, I'll be sure to let you guys know here on the channel. And also, take a look at this one. Link in the description below. This just came out, was updated today. Judges okay governor's termination of unemployment benefits. And this one, you guys, is going to be for Missouri. They're saying in Missouri that it has ended and it's not going to be coming back right now at this time, according to the governor who had the right to go ahead and end it. So you guys, like I said, if anything changes, if there's any appeals or this carries on further, I'll be sure to let you guys know. I know there's been a ton of states that have already sued their governors for ending the benefits early. We saw 26 states end them early, and now about more than half of those, I think, have taken their governors to court. Some have won, some have lost. Now, there's a lot that are still pending, and if I hear any updates, I'll be sure to let you guys know. But now, let's discuss where things stand currently on a federal level with these benefits and the federal government providing more funding to extend out federal benefits. All right, you guys, so as always, link in the description below to this Business Insider article that just came out yesterday that's going to be breaking down everything on a federal level with where things stand with federal unemployment benefits. Now, the article says that Biden and Congress are setting off a 5-alarm fire by letting federal unemployment benefits expire in a week as Delta surges an expert says. Now, pandemic-era federal unemployment benefits end in exactly 1 week as cases from the Delta variant pile up nationwide. Now, the Century Foundation has projected that 7.5 million Americans will lose their benefits completely, an unprecedented fiscal cliff that is likely to drastically affect incomes, spending, and jobless workers' lives. Now, Andrew Stetner, a senior fellow with a jobless policy expert at the left-leaning Century Foundation, tweeted on Thursday that it is a 5-alarm fire, you guys, and most people live paycheck to paycheck, and starting next week, they're not going to be able to count on a regular source of income, Stetner told Insider, and they're going to be put in harm's way. Now, jobless workers have told Insider that the end of the benefits is coming too soon as the Delta variant surges, jeopardizing plans to return to work or to school in person. Now, for some, a loss of income could also jeopardize their ability to stay in their homes. Last week, the Supreme Court struck down a scaled-back eviction moratorium, paving the way for local courts to restart the evictions that had been halted, you guys. And I reported on that and let you know that President Joe Biden and the CDC came out and they called for an extension till October 3rd. The Supreme Court came and said that it was deemed unlawful and has put an end to it. But right now, if you saw my previous videos, we've heard Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi and Maxine Waters, they're working on a bill at this very moment to try to expedite the process of getting out rental assistance, you guys. They're saying we don't need an eviction moratorium extension if we just give out the $46 billion in rental aid that was provided in the last 2 stimulus packages that has not gone out yet. They've said only 11%, about $5 billion of the $46 billion has actually gone out, and there's $40 billion just sitting there that can help halt evictions. But they're saying it hasn't gotten out, so they're trying to expedite that process. Now, 7.4 million renters are at risk of eviction, according to the Census Bureau. Analysts at Goldman Sachs forecasted 750,000 households could be evicted by the end of the year with potentially severe public health consequences. The People's Policy Project estimates that 20 million jobless Americans would see their income slashed as benefits wind down, and in both cases, people may find themselves at the mercy of local action. Now listen to this. Washington isn't pursuing an extension, but states could, you guys. It says in a letter from Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and Labor Secretary Marty Walsh earlier this month, the Biden administration made it clear that federal benefits would expire as scheduled in September. And we saw President Joe Biden come out and say there would not be an extension of federal unemployment benefits. They were not meant to be permanent. However, states can step in to provide benefits and even issue one-time or periodic relief payments for jobless workers getting cut off. So far, except for a round of stimulus checks in California earlier this year, no states have committed to providing additional benefits, you guys. So Joe Biden said federal funding for federal unemployment benefits will come to an end September 6th. However, states could go ahead and fund them if they'd like and continue it on for their residents. He said $350 billion was allocated in the last stimulus package back in March for states, counties, cities, local entities to help out their residents, and they could use that money however they see fit. And if you got some leftover funds, go ahead and fund these unemployment benefits for your unemployed. But what we've heard is there has not been one single state yet that has said they will step up and do so. Now, to adequately address continued claim payments for those not traditionally eligible for unemployment assistance or those on PUA or those facing the completion of their available claims weeks or those on PEUC, we would need to see further congressional action, a spokesperson for Washington State's governor previously told Insider. So they said, PUA, PEUC, we're not going to be extending them out unless the federal government is going to be providing funding to do so. But Congress isn't pursuing a renewal for federal jobless aid at this time. Democrats have largely excluded it from their discussions as they draft the $3.5 trillion spending plan, aka the next stimulus package. Unemployment extensions are currently not included, and Republicans are staunchly opposed to it. 26 mostly GOP-led states pulled the plug on some of the jobless benefit programs months before their expiration. So 26 states already ended these benefits early, and of those, 25 were Republican. The only one that was Democratic was the state of Louisiana. And as we mentioned, moderate Democrats and Republicans are not for extending these benefits out. Listen to this. Some key Democratic moderates, like Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia, came out against an extension, all but torpedoing it in a 50-50 Senate because they need every single Democrat on board, and just one can end everything. And Joe Manchin saying, I'm not going to pass anything with an unemployment extension. He said, I'm completely done on that. Such a package would need the support of every Senate Democrat to clear the Senate under the arduous procedure called reconciliation. Now, as I mentioned, though, progressives are saying they're going to flip Biden on his stance and they're going to push to get this included. Listen to this. House progressives like Representative AOC have said they're discussing whether to push for an extension, but it'd be a long shot effort given the resistance from Democratic centrists and Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi's focus on assembling a spending plan that can survive wafer-thin Democratic majorities in both chambers. So they're saying it's a long shot, but right now they're talking about potentially putting a push together for this. Now, White House officials said on Monday that President Joe Biden had decided not to push Congress to renew benefits given the rebounding economy. I think he had made a decision on where things stand in our economic recovery at this point in time, Jen Psaki said, the White House press secretary. Now, she said the administration's focus was pivoting to ensuring that people can tap into state relief programs. So in other words, saying, don't count on any more federal funding. We've already given money to your states. You need to start looking to your state if you want to see particular programs continue on. And revamping the child tax credit is becoming the focus, which provides that monthly reoccurring check to parents, you guys. Now, we've also heard there might be an adult tax credit. There's one currently proposed to be included in the next stimulus package. Now, we will see. I will keep you guys up to date, but just wanted to share with you the latest on where things stand with unemployment benefits. And it's looking like right now, you should start preparing for these to potentially come to an end. As we already heard progressives and AOC say that if they are able to provide an extension, it likely will happen after the September 6th deadline. So there will be a period of no federal unemployment benefits, even if they're reinstated. So you guys, that is the latest on federal unemployment benefits, and I'm expecting there's going to be a lot more news coming out in the next coming week as we approach that deadline, and I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button. It tells YouTube you think I'm doing a good job, and in turn, they're going to continue to promote my channel and share this out and get the word out on these videos, you guys. And also, leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all this. And if you think it's going to help out other people, go ahead and share it out on your own on social media platforms. Also, don't forget, if this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. I'll keep you up to date on all this stuff so you know what's going on. And if you got any specific questions for me, be sure to shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. That's the best way to get a hold of me if you got any questions, you guys. But with that being said, I'll catch you in the next video. Remember, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Guaranteed video uploads and also random uploads throughout the day and the weekends as news breaks, you guys. But with that being said, hope this reaches you well. I'll be sure to catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.